everyone, this is Jackie Williams. In this video, I want to share with you the 2024 to 2026 in colors. So these are 5 brand new colors. Every year, Stampin' Up! Releases 5 colors which last for 2 years, and then every year 5 discontinue. So the 5 older ones that have been around for 2 years. So there's this rotation going. So our colors for 2024 are Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. And of course we have cardstock, ink pads, and markers, both the Stampin' Right markers and the Stampin' Blends in those colors. But we also have the ribbons and also 2 sets of gems that are just those 5 colors. One set is matte dots and the other set are slightly shimmery dots. Now I want to share with you each color and how they compare to our existing core colors. So the first one I want to look at is Shy Shamrock. Now how does that compare to what we already have? This is Shaded Spruce, then Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Lemon Lime Twist, Granny Apple Green, Soft Sea Foam, and then I also put in Pool Party, Lost Lagoon, and Pretty Peacock, although those are obviously way more blue, but they're like green blues, and these are kind of blue-green. So we've got the blue-greens and then the more yellow greens, and that Mossy Meadow almost looks brown in this mix. So for my project I want to share with you, I actually chose to use the Shy Shamrock, the Shaded Spruce, and actually the Pool Party. I thought that those 3 looked quite nice together. Now for my sample, I have used the Leaf Collection die, which is a large background die, and paired that with the Simply Said. The Simply Said is in the beginning of the brand new catalog. Both of these are available starting May 2024. So this stamp set has been designed to be a really general, low-priced word set that someone who's maybe just starting out could buy and have several fonts and lots of different words that are useful. But of course, even those of us who've been stamping for years find something like that very useful. So here is my sample, and like I mentioned, I've combined Shy Shamrock with Shaded Spruce and Pool Party. Now for this sample, I just took my inspiration right out of the catalog using a sample that was in there. So that's what makes the catalog so great too, is all of the ideas that we can use for our crafting. Okay, for our next color, let's look at Peach Pie. So this is Peach Pie, Pumpkin Pie, Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, and Copper Clay. So for the sample, I actually combined these 3 colors together, although the Petal Pink looks fairly pink next to those 2, but they still toned in pretty well. And for this sample, I've used the Warm Welcome stamp set, and I've just used this little cat image here. And I have colored each cat in a different color. So we've got Peach Pie, Pumpkin Pie, and the Petal Pink. And then I used the Peach Pie ribbon gems, as well as the Peach Pie cardstock. So I colored these with the Stampin' Blends, or the alcohol markers. Okay, for our next one, let's look at Summer Splash. So this is Summer Splash. This is Coastal Cabana. So possibly on the video you can't see, but there is a difference there. And then Pool Party. So these 3 are quite good tonals. And then this is the Shy Shamrock, because some people were saying that they look very similar, and they are kind of similar in their tone, but one is definitely more blue and one is definitely more green. And then this is Balmy Blue and Boho Blue, just so you see how those compare. They definitely look more purple in that arrangement. And then for this sample, I've used the brand new Adventurous Sky. So this one, again, will be available 1st of May. And I've used the coordinating dies and the stamps this time. So I've pieced together a fun background there and used the stamp to create that cool texture. And then I've used the summer splash with the pool party for the airplane. Next, let's have a look at Pretty in Pink. Now we have had Pretty in Pink before. Some of you who've been around for a while will remember. So this is then Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink again, Melon Mambo, Moody Mauve, and Bubble Bath. So laid out like that, these pinks all look so very different. But together, they can still make a nice combination. So you may have noticed I tried to make my samples a little bit monochromatic so you can see how the colors will tone in with their neighbors, basically, the neighbors on the color wheel. And for this sample, I've used the brand new Country Flowers stamp set, and I've used the Stampin' blends again. So I have colored in this flower bouquet with Pretty in Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and Bubble Bath. So that Bubble Bath's just a little more of a purpley pink, but I think that it's still, it adds a nice little contrast, but still tones in with the pinks. And then our last color is Petunia Pop. This one is probably my favorite so far. So that's Petunia Pop. And here's Bubble Bath again and Fresh Freesia. So those three look quite nice together. And then Berry Burst. Actually, even those four, I think, tone in quite well. And then we have Blackberry Bliss. And then just for some different shades of purple, this is Moody Mauve and then Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. So you see that these three purpley tones are actually quite different than these ones. Now for this color, I actually made two samples, and I have used the Layers of Beauty stamp set and just the stamps for this one. This one does have dies and also stencils that go with, but I wanted to just use the stamps. So for this one, I have used Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Petunia Pop, and Berry Burst, and put the cardstock together to create a background, and then white embossed, and then used the eyelet embossing folder over top. So I do like that. The more I've looked at it, the more I liked it. But initially I didn't like it so much, so I started making a second sample. So this one, I actually used the same four colors, but watercolored them on the background here, which you can't even really see very clearly anymore. And then stamped and white embossed the flowers, and then went back and watercolored in the flowers, just to add a little more emphasis to the flowers, and then just finished off the card. Now I did do the stamping of the words on both of them with the Blackberry Bliss. So I did use all of these colors on both of the cards, and I actually think it is a really nice combination. And then finally, I've never really been a fan of taking all the 5 in colors and using them all together on the same card, because they don't necessarily all tone in together, but I thought I would just give it a whirl and see if I could make one that was okay. And so here I've used the Simply Zinnia dies and just created a little flower bouquet, which I guess is a good way to combine all the colors together, is to make a bouquet. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that gives you a really good introduction to the brand new colors. Again, these will be available 1st of May 2024. Be sure to check out the links for my online shop. And if you have someone else who's interested in the new colors, please feel free to share this video with them. And as always, please leave me a comment and subscribe. This is Jacque Williams, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.